this is a few years ago on Hobby, I purchased a blind bag which had a bunch of different cotton in it, and it was mostly just mismatched skeins of yarn. It's a 8/4 cotton, so it's quite thin, a fingering weight yarn, and along with that I have some of these Rainbow Hobby Rainbow cotton in 8/8, so it's more of a DK weight yarn, which I purchased separately. And I have been staring at this yarn for a while now, so I decided I wanted to use it. And the idea I had was to make some sustainable products. So one thing I really wanted to do was make some hand towels, like for my kitchen, some pot rests for it. With some of the striped yarn I don't really have much taste for, I'm going to use for things like washcloths, cleaning supplies. Like I have the little Swiffer mop with like the rectangle head. I'm going to make some mop heads for that as well, so some reusable ones. I also think I would like to make some makeup remover wipes, because I don't use makeup wipes anyway. I use a makeup removing oil when I wear makeup. So I think having little cotton pads made of like the brown or the darker colors that I have here would work really well. So I'm gonna do that. Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit of yarn. So let's get started.
Hello. I have been working on this for about 40 minutes now, so not too much time, but enough to decide that I don't really like it. I think the colors are cute. I don't think they're cute for this pattern though. It was really interesting at first because it was just splitting the pink and the green very symmetrically on either side, and then it kind of flipped. I don't like it. I want this to be more of a, I don't know, mature looking kind of. I want this to be a little bit more of a mature looking hand towel, something I would put on display in my kitchen and be proud of it. This reads very juvenile to me, so you can't even really see the cable details on camera anyway. So yeah, I'm not loving this. I'm gonna go ahead and rip this out and try again. This will probably just be used for like a scrubbing washcloth or something simple. I think the colors are cute, just not for this. So when I try this again or something similar, I'll make sure I use a solid color. I just wanted to try because this was one of the only skeins where I have 2 of them. So I will, I'll figure that out. But this is a no-go for this one, but keep trying.
Hey, so I started using this pink and green striped yarn, and I ended up with this little guy. I thought it was pretty cute, I ended up using a seed stitch, which is very simple. It's just a single crochet, chain one, skip one, single crochet, chain one, skip one, all the way across. And then when you do the next row, you are doing the same thing, but you're making sure to single crochet in those chain spaces that you made. So I finished that, and then what I wanted to do was add a little border to it. I thought this green would match perfectly with that color green inside it. So I'm gonna do like a little scalloped edge around it, I believe. And that's gonna be one washcloth done. I still have so much more to use, and I have a whole nother skein of this pink and green. So I might be able to make a few of these. They're pretty quick. So gonna get back to it. Pumpkin's gonna help me, as always. Thank you, just looming over my shoulder. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. So where I left you last, I had finished this one and I wanted to add the border, so I did, and it came out super cute. Look at that. And then I had the green in hand already, so I decided I wanted to make a green washcloth and then do the multicolors around the border. So I did that, which also came out super cute. And then I wanted to just finish up the remaining bit of that skein, which I basically did. So I used the last of the multicolor here, finished it up on here, and did another green border on it. I think all of these are super, super cute. They came out so nice, very corresponding, so I can't wait to add these to my kitchen, to use these little washcloths. So next what I want to do is I wanted to switch gears and just get away from the small yarn for a little bit. I'm going to switch to the Hobby Friends Cotton in 8/8, which is more of a DK, almost worsted weight yarn. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to make some pot holders using the Jasmine stitch in the round. And the Jasmine stitch on its own is already quite thick. Using it with a thicker yarn is going to make it heftier, and it's going to be a perfect pot holder, I think. And the yarns I have in 8/8 are all corresponding to this, like they're pinks and purples, so I think it'll match at least the pink vibe of this very nicely, and if it doesn't, whatever, it's just a kitchen utensil, utility item at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on that, and yeah, get that going. Hello. I figured it out. This took a bit more trial and error than I expected it to. So I started my Jasmine stitch in the round, although it is looking kind of hexagon-y. But that's okay. It's pretty cute so far. I'm gonna do one more round in the Jasmine stitch, and then I think I want to do like a little border, like single crochet around it. I think that would be really cute, and it would make it kind of look a little cleaner in the end. But it started. It's pretty cool looking. I am not mad. So I have been working on this on and off for the past couple of days. I think it's really nice. The idea is that in these diamonds here, they're going to be embroidered. I will show you that. From the Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible, which just has so many beautiful patterns in it. I was following this pattern right here, which had this really pretty rose that they teach you how to embroider on here. And I got about halfway through the pattern and I kind of just don't like it. I like it, but not for what I'm trying to do. The idea was that this was going to be like a focal point kind of towel. If you buy like a towel set at like Walmart or somewhere, they usually have like a decorative towel within it, and then like one or two functional towels that are just like a plain, like textured kind of not exciting looking one. So I wanted this to be like that, the exciting one. So I was going to do 3 pattern repeats like you can see here, do the embroidery here, and then the second half of the pattern, which was like the leaf up here. And then the rest was just gonna be stockinette until it was the right length. I wasn't gonna do this pattern all the way up. But because I'm using a different weight yarn than what the artist used in the book, I'm making a lot bigger gaps in the pattern than it really called for. And it just feels like it's, even as a decorative towel, which I would still use it as a towel, but as a decorative towel, this kind of seems counterintuitive. So I'm going to frog this and just use the yarn for something different. I do have lots of this green because I had used it for a different project, so I started something else. So I ended up having to double it up because it is so thin. It's a fingering weight yarn. It's the Hobby Cotton, Friends Cotton 84. So with this one, I am making a towel doubled up using a 5mm crochet hook, so it's coming along a lot faster also. This was just from a couple of hours on and off working while playing games on my computer. So it's coming along a lot nicer, I think. I have a long ways to go for it to get to towel length, and there's going to be a cute little border around it, and it's going to be lovely. But I'm probably going to do like 2 of those, and then I don't know, I'll figure something else out. I still really want to knit something cute, but this pattern clearly wasn't it for me, so I'm going to find something else, and we'll go from there. But that's my check-in right now. So it's been about 3 weeks, and I am done. Not entirely, I probably used about half of the yarn that I had, but physically I don't want to work on this project anymore. But I have made quite a few things, so I wanted to show all these off to you. So for starters, this is my stack of dishcloths that I made. So I've got a few of these here. These all match. Very, very lovely. And got a couple here that match, and then there's this really cute star stitch one in the purple I thought was nice. And then we have some hand towels. This one surprised me. I actually wasn't feeling this yarn in the skein, but when I worked it up, I thought it was really cute actually, so that's really nice. I have that green and pink one again. This was me just trying to use some of that chunky pink and purple yarn. And then this one's my favorite, but I'm a little biased with my green love, so get that one. Then for more kitchen things, I made a few pot holders. This one's a little small, so it's probably more of a coaster, but another one to match it, so these 2 match. And then again, just using that purple and pink yarn, a couple pot holders for those. Then I just made 2 little Swiffer mop heads. They're not very exciting, they were very easy. But I made 2 of those. And then I have 15 little cotton rounds to be able to reuse them for makeup remover. Very, very simple, just did like 5 rounds, I believe. And made 15 of those. And then lastly, I made a big old market bag. This alone used like 5 skeins of the cotton. I think they were all like half skeins by the time I got to them. So I have a nice little market bag to use now too. And that's it. That's what I made. I don't know how many skeins I finished. It was quite a bit, I would say. I have a few teeny tiny bits left of some of them, but all others I finished officially. So these I'll probably just save for some scrap project later in the future, we'll see. But yeah, that's it. So I have a whole bunch of cute new reusable products that I'll be using in my kitchen. I've already offered some to my mom because I don't need all of these dishcloths and hand towels, but she said she'd take whatever, and she said they were cute, and I showed them to her already. So I will. She's coming over this weekend, so we'll do that, give her some. And then now I can move on. And I feel a lot better that I used some of this cotton that has just been sitting there for, like I mentioned, a couple of years now. So I'm happy to finally be rid of some of it and used it for some good. I'm quite happy with what I made. And they will be used. I'm gonna go put the green ones in my kitchen tomorrow. It's late, I'm going to bed. But tomorrow I'm gonna put these in my kitchen and I'm gonna start using them. And I can get back to making some more wearables. I have several things planned I'm very excited to finish. And then, yeah, we'll keep going. So a very, very simple video this time around. Still trying to, you know, get used to doing all of this. Recording while crocheting or knitting is a lot more time consuming than just sitting down to knit or crochet, so it does add a bit of time into my hobby. Hopefully this inspires you to make something a little more sustainable, have a good time, go through some of your scrap yarn, extra yarn that you're not using that you want to get rid of, maybe find some good use for it. And let me know what you're making right now. If you have anything that you'd like to add, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
Elastic goes, they expand and shrink.